Oh, wow.
Keep my
Teams.
name out your fucking mouth!
Welcome back, everybody, to F1Talk and the return of controversial content.
Again and again, there's always no shortage of controversial topics.
Yeah, seriously.
In Formula One.
I mean, this one, I just got to say it. Red Bull Racing are cowards. Absolutely. In particular, Helmut Marko. And, for lack of a better way of putting it, Christian Horner too, but he's been kind of a good boy, so I don't want to go too hard on him. Yeah. And before we get into this topic, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, all that usual YouTube nonsense. But
to believe it or not, that actually works. So
it does. Like, I hate asking for it. I genuinely do.
But hey, well, we got to do what we can do.
Yeah, we definitely do. We're trying to get this channel to grow. So on the topic of the cowardice of Red Bull Racing, right? Helmut Marko recently told F1 Insider that Mercedes did not share the same DNA as Red Bull and Ferrari. They're not like true racers. And I'm just tired of this crap, man. Like, you guys got your asses handed to you for the better part of 8 years, my dude. All right? Like, what do you mean they're not real racers? And why are you even talking about them? They are irrelevant to your competition at this stage. And the reason why I say that they are cowards is because they keep talking about Mercedes despite the fact that they're in a race with Ferrari right now, right?
And they don't have anything to say about Ferrari. They will just say, oh, we have the same DNA.
Yeah, exactly. Which is like...
Okay.
like...
what do you mean? And, okay, if you say that, okay, then... But then, don't go shit on...
Mercedes in the same sentence. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Mercedes or... Yeah, it's like, it's not... They are not even in the competition stage with you guys.
Right.
And then you still wanted to talk bad things about them. Which is...
That's the cowardly part, right?
Yeah.
You guys don't want to shit on Ferrari because you know you will incur the wrath of Tifosi, the entire sort of like F1 fandom, because guess what? Ferrari is the face of F1. Right? Mm-hmm. So you'll take maybe like subtle digs here and there, but ultimately, if you look at the comments by Marko, he will say things like, oh, we're on the same level. The only people who are at the same level as Verstappen is Leclerc, and then he threw in Norris in there, but we haven't seen it.
Hey, don't you forget, if it's not Crash TV Crash, then you guys wouldn't have the championship.
Yeah, you wouldn't even be talking about this stuff.
And you are not even remotely close to Hamilton. Hamilton was dominating, or the whole Mercedes team was dominating since Sao Paulo Grand Prix last year. And, how do you say you guys are not? How do you say you guys are not racer?
Yeah,
or
exactly.
They managed to beat the whole entire grid for 8 years.
8 years. 8 years. I think even Marko said, "Oh,
no, 7 years." Or
I'm gonna call it 8 years. Because really, like you said, without Crash Tifi, the race would have completely ended up differently, and not just Crash Tifi, but Massey as well, right?
Yeah.
And it's just, why do you keep harping on the past? Okay, if you're gonna like shit talk, play psychological mind games, do it against your current competitor. Why are you still talking about the past? Literally, why are you still talking about the past?
Dude, really, Herman Marko makes me sick. I'm just gonna say that. It makes me sick because I don't, like, I mean, for my personal opinion, I don't like this type of
this type of shit talking
attitude
yeah.
in any sports.
It's like,
and or even in normal life, it's just coward, like you say. It's coward.
It's coward. It's a bad loser. You lost for 8 years. You lost in racing, in competition, right? And now you're in a new season with a new competitor who is beating your ass right now because you guys don't have a completely reliable setup, right? And you won't say a word against Ferrari? Like, really? Really? You have to go back in order to shit talk? Talk about the race right now.
Yeah, and Mercedes is not even talking anything. They are not even saying anything. They will just keep their head down as usual and then trying to improve the car. And they are not even in danger or attack mode on you guys, and you guys still shitting on them. It's like, what is that nonsense come from? Where does that come from? It makes no
sense. Well, again, it makes sense to me if you frame it in the sense of being cowards, right? Like, you guys, literally, the number one competition right now is Ferrari. And you just don't want to incur the wrath of F1 fans and the Tifosi to actually say a negative word about, Team Ferrari. And the only explanation, again, to me, is cowardice. It's just cowardice. You don't want to incur that wrath, so you have to keep shitting on your past competitor. Like, get a life, for God's sakes, Helmut Marko. Really, like, get a life, bro. It's frustrating because, just like you said, Joe, it's toxic for the sport. It's just inappropriate. They're down, and you're still kicking them. You're saying, oh, because Verstappen lapped Hamilton, he should think about retiring. Dude, the fact that, Hamilton has even performed at any level with the shit car that is the W13 right now is amazing, right? And everyone is saying that Russell, he's ending up ahead of Hamilton. First of all, they're still developing the car. Second of all, Russell doesn't have the pressure on him to perform that Hamilton does. Because
Russell is a new guy, new star in the Formula One, just like everybody. But Hamilton has to defend. He has to. He has all that pressure on his shoulder to lead the team.
And everybody agrees. When the W13 is crap, and they're still ending up in third position.
Exactly.
It's literally the worst car on the grid. And they're still third in the manufacturer's title with the worst car on the grid.
And don't forget, there's so many circumstances that comes into play when you're on the grid, when you are losing or when you are winning. There's so many circumstances. So don't forget all that.
Yeah.
It's not just one person, one team. No, it's not.
Seriously. And even Russell, really, a lot of his positions were benefited by safety car, right? It wasn't he outdrove Hamilton, So really, I leave Mercedes alone. They're not threatening anybody. They're not saying shit to anybody else. They're not playing any mind games. It's only Red Bull Racing, and specifically Helmut Marko, who's talking shit, dredging up the past. And I loop or lump Horner in on the cowardice because, man, that guy couldn't keep his mouth shut for the last few seasons about Mercedes, but he hasn't said a damn word against Ferrari the entire season so far.
That tells something.
Thank you.
That tells that it's personal, especially to Toto Wolff and Hamilton. Because they are not talking about George Russell. They are not talking about any other people but those two guys.
Exactly. And if you guys haven't seen it, watch our video about is Red Bull Racing racist, because that makes more sense now. You know, they're in a title fight against an Italian team with a Caucasian driver. You know what I mean? And
Hamilton is the only black driver on the grid.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
and it happens to be they are talking about.
They're still talking about
him. Yeah. And you told me why. I'm not gonna explain. You told me why.
Yeah. Please enlighten us down in the comments below.
Yep.
So let us know what you guys think about this hot take. We definitely, Joe and I are sitting here, and it's like, okay, fine. You know, Mercedes is currently out. We both agree that it's unlikely that they will revolutionize the W13 at this point, right? So, okay, fine. It's unfortunate. We'd like to see them perform better, but at the end of the day, it's a race between Ferrari and Red Bull for this season, right? Okay, so be it. Focus on them. Why are you dredging up shit from the past?
Especially Lewis Hamilton. He didn't do anything.
Literally.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let us know down in the comments what you thought about this hot take. Dude, I wish Marco would disappear, man. Like, really.
No, I wish she can hear us.
Yeah.
And just shut the F up.